Hey guys, welcome to my channel. What if you could communicate with spirits on addiction? What if you could communicate with spirits who've suffered addiction, mental health, and they're ones that you knew and loved and lost? What if they could give you 3 areas that they would have changed in their life? Well, my name is Colleen Wynia, and I'm a Reset Your Vibe energy coach, spiritual intuitive, and I bring health education holistically to you. In today's video, stay tuned because I'm going to give you the 3 areas based on using my sister, who's transitioned 14 years ago, as an example of how I've connected with and helped my clients connect with their loved ones to get this kind of information. Subscribe over here. I'd love for you to be part of my community. Be sure to hit the bell. The bell notification is going to allow you to be notified of weekly videos when I put them up here on this channel. So I begin with the premise of loss. I have lost so many loved ones in my life. My heart's broken over and over again, and it's also been sewn up and brought together. And it's been brought together because of the people that started to show up in my health and wellness practice and counsel practice and bodywork practice as I discovered loved ones continue on, because they started to show and interpret, show themselves to me. And so what I mean by that is, if you want to know how they connect with you, I'm going to talk to you today about the 3 things that loved ones who've gone through addiction, seem to continue to have a theme of the 3 areas that they wished that they could have worked on a little bit more in their life today to help lower that risk of them taking their life or dying as a result of the addiction, like my sister who died of alcoholism. So if you want to, first of all, understand a little bit more about how to recognize and interpret signs of those loved ones who are communicating with you more and more each and every day as the veil is thinning, go down below and click on the link or the video that says Spiritual Education Playlist. And in that selection of videos, some short ones, you're going to get some great examples, real life examples that have happened to me, my family, and some clients, where you actually get to see where things have been moving objects, electricity occurrences, music, dream state, synchronicities. It's pretty cool. So enjoy those if you're just learning about connecting with spirit, because you have a loved one that you'd like to feel closer to and reduce the grief, transform the grief. So the 3 areas that commonly seem to be a theme is, the first is allowing emotion out, or getting emotional release. That was my sister and I grew up together. I dealt with an eating disorder. I still struggle with it in a lot of ways today. It just seems to be like a theme that I'm here to, work with, because it's about me covering up my emotional pain. So how my sister did it was primarily alcohol, with some drugs, but alcohol was her kind of go-to choice. And there was alcoholism in my family for sure. I have family members that completely have transformed their lives, but my sister struggled. She didn't want to be in that state, but there was so much pain locked inside of her, and she could not find the out, to release and to transform it. Hence what I've become an expert at now. Who's to say, right? What gifts are lying before us? I know a clue that I would be meeting all of my pain and all of my struggle, but still, and be here. But I always had something inside of me that knew I meant to stay on the planet, no matter how painful my experiences have been over unworthiness, depression, of things that have happened, whatever. But this video is about bringing to you what the message is, that the common theme is of these addictions that people have harbored. And one is emotion. So what you need to do is work with releasing the emotion. Doesn't mean staying in it for a long time, but let me give you one example. I'll use my example. So when I was entering this experience of grief and loss, losing my dad and my cousin over 24 years ago, both of them within a year, followed by a number of loved ones year after year for 8 years, guys. So I've got a little bit of experience in this regard. 14 years ago, this past January, my sister transitioned as well. So lots from illness, some from mental health, some from taking their lives. And they've started to show up to me like they do to you. And this emotional release, one of the fastest ways that I know that you can heal it is through the power of activation breathing. The term that I was trained in is rebirthing. Rebirthing. It means, it's kind of like you say born again, but it's like conscious connected breathing, conscious connected breath work, the breath of life. You know what I mean, you guys? You can go, what's the saying? You can go, months without food, and days, I forget what, days without water. But you can't go moments. There's too many seconds without the breath. So the breath is where our energy is. It's where our healing is. It's where we can integrate it into our meditation. We breathe it, So breathing, without going into that, that's another video, but I definitely work virtually with my people to help them tap into a particular type of breath work that releases pent-up emotion. So if my sister had those tools and those skills that I have now been accustomed to implement on hundreds of clients over 18 years and on myself, which helped me release my own pain and transform into more happiness and vibrant well-being and reasons for living, you've got to find a way. And emotional release work is powerful. Number 2, I'm trying to remember now. Started this early ago. Nutrition. When there's mental health at play, and there's it could be bipolar issues. One of my longtime relationships was dealing with bipolar tendencies, and what I watched with him, thank God, he's still here with us. But what would happen, and what happened with my sister as well, is when you have alcoholism in your body, when you have toxicity, when you have drugs, your whole nutritional system is wiped out, right? Your vitamins, your minerals, you need fluids, you need, you go to the hospital and you get vitamin B12 shots. Well, nutrition needs to elevate. So when you focus on your nutrition and you raise that region there with clean, green, nutrition, quality, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant-based foods, you automatically shift your vibe, right? You automatically open up, and that gives you more of a fighting chance against your mental health issues. So for example, with bipolar, when my partner would be on that kind of high frame, he would not do drinking or any kind of weird stuff. He'd eat really well, and he was happy, and he'd feel guided to exercise. And when he had one of those, down moments in the bipolar opposite, it would get worse. He would go into a poor state of eating really badly, and, bad foods and just fast foods and erratic diet, wouldn't exercise, get lazy, get depressed. And this is the same cycle that I saw my sister go through, because at the end of her life, and many of my clients report to me what their loved ones went through, and it was almost, it's like that curve where the nutrition gets worse, the depression gets worse, everything just gets worse, and this area of pain elevates. So my loved one, she really, really, really tried in her right. We discovered a really powerful anti-inflammatory, beautiful nutritional product, which to this very day I continue to consume. It's a whole food mangosteen juice known as Zango juice. Powerful, be all, cancer preventative, lowering risk opportunities, I should say, helps lower the body's inflammatory issues. By far, my core number 1. I'll let everybody know about that. So we've got emotion, we got to get our emotion out. Number 2, we got to up our nutrition. And number 3, this is the biggie, guys, let love in. That is the greatest factor I have seen with people who have taken their lives, those who have gone that far with alcohol and drugs. They could not get out of their addiction. That's the same with me when I've dealt with eating disorder, dealing with bulimia, overeating, binge eating, and then just not eating. All it is starving yourself from love, starving yourself from love, starving yourself from support. My sister asked for support and then she'd push me away. You know, she'd ask for it and she'd push me away. So this is like the inner battle, which was just a replay of her whole life. And I've played with the same, and so have my clients. But what happens is the more you do your inner work and you release the pain through releasing the emotion, through breath work, through body work, through meditation, through journaling, through speaking and talking to somebody, the vibration starts to change, the mindset starts to create new patterns. And when you add in the nutrition, right, like a Zango juice, or you get onto a clean diet, or you've got, you know, products like that I lean to for nutritional shakes, protein, you know, this type of thing, then you are building your system. You guys know that. But it's the third one that's really such a biggie, heavy weighted factor. And again, I'll say it's let love in. So let the resources in. And when you let the vibe come in and you allow yourself to feel calmer and aligned, or at least open your mouth to talk to somebody, to ask for help. Let love in is also asking for help. If you're one of those independents that you freaking do everything all on your own, and you know this, you know how hard it is sometimes to ask for help. I remember the first time I needed to ask for money. I've been independent my whole life. And years back, I ran into a problem and I was like, I didn't know what to do. There wasn't really too many people around me that had the financial help. I couldn't come up with a, figuring out on my own at that time. I really just needed a helping hand. And it was so hard for me to ask for what I wanted, but I felt so amazing when I did. Okay, so it's not even about the answer, whether you got it or you didn't get it. The universe will give you what you need. So let the resources in, the people show up, everything will happen. So that is some of the 3 top advice that I get from the loved ones who've transitioned, my own personal loved ones, including my cousin who took his life from overdose, and my other cousin who took her life in a very bad vehicle. Walking in front of a vehicle is really sad because she was in pain as well. So I'm just an open book, and I'm here to support you. And how you can support me is subscribe to my channel. Stay connected, because it's not just about talking to spirits. It's about talking to the information that is available to you all around you. And if you would like to be part of my HeartLink Insights community list, email. We're going to get new information each and every month. What you want to do is download the free ebook down below. It's called, it's an e-guide. It's a very short read, but very powerful, simple steps, much like these 3 steps I just gave you. Click on the link, download it. It's called 8 Best Steps to Raise Your Vibration. A reminder to check this out. To raise your vibration to attract more vibrant health, love, money, and magic. Then you'll be part of my community, and you can also take a look at the spiritual playlist if you're really curious about what signs to look for, like even to know like who's your loved one that's around you. So I'm Colleen Wynia, your Reset Your Vibe Energy Coach, spiritual intuitive, coming to you, thanking you for being a part of my vision and journey, so I can provide service to all of you. Love to connect with you. Connect with me below.